Good Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the daily video forecast discussion for this Wednesday, the 17th of February, 2016. And quite a bit of rainfall fell across the entire forecast region yesterday afternoon, right through yesterday evening. This is as of 6:30 last night. Most of the heaviest precipitation already occurred across the region. We had anywhere from an inch to almost 2 inches in spots across the forecast region. Last evening on Facebook and also in our email discussions, we of course sent out all this information. These were the strong wind gusts in and around that squall line of heavy rain that crossed through the area yesterday afternoon before it moved out over the ocean and over southeastern New England. And the snow totals from earlier in the morning, anywhere from about an inch and a half to 2.5 inches with local spikes. Mid-level cloud cover this morning across the region, mid to upper level cloud cover with heights between 3 and 5,000 feet. A few of those are higher. This is Virga, which is not really reaching the ground in any of the observation stations here, and we generally have mostly cloudy skies throughout most of the region this morning, and temperatures are generally uniform. They range in the low to the mid-30s across just about the entire forecast region. We have small craft advisories on the waters until 6 p.m. Thursday for the New Jersey coastal waters down through the Delmarva here, and also for the ocean fronts here from southern New England, southern Long Island out here to eastern Long Island as well. These in effect until Thursday evening. Visible satellite view this morning shows the low-level, mid-level cloud deck across the region. We have a cold front approaching from the west this morning. A little bit of lifting action here, but not enough to cause any of the precipitation to reach the ground. And the latest radar is indicating just a few of these flakes here of the Poconos, but that's probably Virga, as we don't really see any observation stations reporting anything. And the next weak cold front is approaching the Great Lakes and the Ohio River Valley this morning, and it will pass through the region during this afternoon. On the aviational weather deck this morning, mostly MVFR and VFR conditions in place. Some possible MVFR west-northwest winds at 10 to 15 knots with MVFR ceilings across the region this morning. Otherwise, VFR scattered to broken clouds at 3,500 feet. Some gust up to 20 knots. Tonight, prevailing VFR conditions, northwest winds at 10 knots. Thursday through Friday, VFR increasing clouds. Friday night, mostly VFR with scattered showers north. Saturday through Sunday, VFR expected. A quiet period on the weather front this morning. 37 degrees at Newark, quite a difference from yesterday morning at this time. Dew point 28, humidity 70%. The wind is northwest at 7. A few clouds at 2,800 and 10,000. And basically VFR conditions will be in place shortly. Right now in Philadelphia, we are in VFR 36, dew point 28, humidity 73%. The wind is almost due west. It's southwest to west at 7. Visibility is better than 10, 3,500, 9,000, and 12,000 on the front of the cloud decks there, and VFR conditions in place. NAM 4-kilometer composite reflectivity forecast going into the future. Here's our short wave moving through the region. And then off the coast, here's the next cold front moving through. Just clouds around the region during today, in and out, as the cold front makes its way through. Then high pressure builds in, and then a warm front develops to our west with another disturbance in the polar stream here, moving to the north and east of the forecast region on Friday. Right now, this model, and to the liking of the RGEM model, wants to bring in more clouds and a light chance of snow or rain showers across the forecast region depending on location Friday morning. The other operational models like the GFS are not showing this, but they are showing an increase of cloud cover and warm air advection in place. The GFS model at Friday afternoon has the high pressure ridge off the coast with a warming trend of southwesterly flow ahead of this next short wave and cold front. And this model guidance continues to suggest, as well as the others, that most of the moisture will stay to the north as the front comes through during Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. We can see that here in the isobars. And then just a quiet weekend ahead. The next warm air advection pattern developing on Sunday, and this will bring another clipper system towards the Pennsylvania-New York border here by Sunday night and Monday. And in advance of that, clouds will increase, and there is the chance of some light precipitation in the forecast for Sunday night into early Monday morning. Most of that right now would be in the form of light rain showers. That exits, more high pressure builds into the forecast, and this is of concern for next week, as the model guidance has been wafting back and forth whether this storm in the southern plains here and the southeastern United States makes its way up to the eastern seaboard, and what kind of temperature profile are we going to have with the precipitation breaking out across the region sometimes on Tuesday or Wednesday. Right now, the GFS from this morning's run continues to show mostly rain for the forecast region, and that will continue from Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then a secondary low developing here. This would be a much stronger coastal storm developing during the area. This would be the front leader here. This would be the main storm developing on Wednesday afternoon. That rides up the coast, and we could have moderate to heavy rain once again across the forecast region with a change of precipitation type sometime Thursday morning, and everything could be going back over to snow. This still is in question what type of storm system we're going to have here, but it looks like the mid to the late part of next week is going to continue to be a very stormy time period. Latest GFS 70 millibar temperatures for the stratosphere. Here's our polar vortex here, lock over up to the poles again, down towards Greenland here. By the next couple of runs here, the next 10 days, we find it retreating back towards the other side of the pole. There's one more lobe here coming down the east slopes of the southeastern portions of Canada, Hudson Bay region. That could send one more spoke of storminess here, but by the time we get into the early part of March, the stratospheric warming has now ended, and everything is starting to retreat back to the other side of the pole with a more tranquil weather pattern developing through the early part of now. This is going to mean that it's going to be a slow progress up and down through the early part of March, so we're going to have interactions between polar and subtropical jet branches, and storms will be a nuisance to forecast over the next 10 to 15 days, but then a general relaxation in the pattern should begin just in time for around spring arrival. Here was our big stratospheric warming on the European model guidance through the early part of February. It's now beginning to wane a little bit, but there's another event that wants to start here the later part of this month into the early part of March. That means that more storminess in our forecasted region is going to be anticipated. So don't get used to these tranquil weather conditions for too long, because we've still got a couple of weeks left of this winter, and actually could be quite stormy across the entire forecast region with variations in between. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a pleasant Wednesday. We'll be back in video on Thursday morning.